Hey everybody, welcome back if you're returning, welcome if you're new. Thank you for taking the time to connect today. I appreciate your energy. Let's see what our topic is for today. Oh, this is appropriate. You are going through some tough shit. Everyone has their turn. Welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. This actually is very relatable. I think if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've been going through some shit and handled it. We talked about it last week though. When you are going through something and it's overwhelming and it's unexpected and you're not really sure what to do, gather your tired ass up and handle it. The longer we sit in denial, avoidance, and it's easy, especially when this is something that happened outside of your control, to slip into victim mentality. And once we do that, we've given away our power. We've absolutely given away our power. We are not in a position to make choices, to make a plan, nothing, because we're too busy feeling sorry for ourselves for being victimized by this ugly, bad world. And the truth is, well, it can be like that sometimes. And it may be a situation where someone else's actions caused you to be in this position. And yeah, it may not be your fault. You know what though? I love this quote from Jen Sincero. She's the author of You Are a Badass. Love her books, sense of humor, everything. It's not your fault you're fucked up, but it's your fault if you stay that way. And that's really how any life situation is. If it happened to you because of something outside of your control, well, it's not your fault. If you don't do anything about it, that's your fault. Because we can be a victim of a situation, but if we stay a victim of a situation, then we just stay in it. So instead of getting into victim mentality, start thinking about, okay, you gotta take stock. This is my situation. This is where things are right now. What resources do I have? What do I have in my possession right at this moment that I can use to start creating a change in the situation? What step can I take? One at a time. What's the first step that I can take to change this? Is there someone I can call for assistance? Do I need an attorney? Do I need an accountant? Do I need Jack Daniels? Oh, no. Sometimes you do need a moment. Personally, I don't drink, but I thought that was funny. It's like, what do I need to do right now to get my shit together and start handling this problem? Sometimes stepping back for a minute is what you need, because you just haven't been able to process it yet. When you're trying to assess the situation and you start looking at it and you get into an instant brain burn about I can't right now. Take a step back, go for a walk. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do. Something physical. Because a lot of times when we hit that mental blockage, it's because our energy is stagnant. Because honestly, we kind of lock up when we're under stress. If you've ever felt your shoulders when you're having a bad day, like they're up here and they're solid. And that's why I mean, like, the energy gets stuck. Clean your house, go for a walk, swim, whatever it is that you do for activity, but get that energy moving. Because once your body's moving, it starts to loosen up, you start to get that energy flowing, you can kind of loosen up, and that'll help your brain unlock too. Because when your body is moving, a lot of times your thoughts flow more freely, and you can actually think about something a little better than if you're just sitting there locked in on the problem. Because it's not really a problem so much as a thing to be handled. And we talked about this last week too, that It just is. We don't really know if it's good or bad because so many of the things that we've experienced in our lives that we labeled as bad turned out to be great. It just in that moment it didn't look like it was going to turn out to be great. And having the mindset that this is opening new pathways for me. What is the opportunity in this situation? What is this trying to get me to let go of? So many times when we have a huge meltdown in one area of our life, it's to show us that we've got to let something go. We've become stagnant. We're not stagnant. I'm not sure I said that right. We've become stagnant. We're not moving. We're not progressing. And our soul hates nothing more than being stagnant. To feel a level of fulfillment in our lives, we need to be progressing in some way, growing in some way, learning in some way. When we're not doing that and we've gotten into this hamster wheel day-to-day routine and nothing is changing and we just feel stuck, that Groundhog Day thing where what's the point? When we reach that what's the point moment, if we don't start to resolve that for ourselves, life will help us out, even though it may not look that way. So when you have that big, unexpected, it's trying to tell you something. It could be, hey, that jackass should not be in your life. Get him out of there. Male, female, relative, spouse, whatever it is. It may be that the people around you no longer should be there. Sometimes they let us know that through their actions, and as much as it hurts emotionally in the moment, we find years later that's the best thing that happened to us, because it freed us up to meet this person who brought so much joy into our lives. It might be the job. You go to work one day, not expecting it, layoff, downsizing. Well, is that because for years now you've had a dream of doing something else, but you just didn't want to leave yet? You needed the money, it paid the bills, it wasn't that bad, but you weren't taking action on the dream. And now life has served you up that opportunity. You just didn't expect it that way. So when you're going through some shit, especially some tough shit, know that there's a reason for it, and that 9 times out of 10, it's for your benefit. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. If it was easy, we wouldn't grow. If it was easy, we'd already made the decision to make that change. Obviously, when life has to push us into it, something about the situation is not easy. Everyone does have their turn, some more than others. I kind of feel like I got the fast pass for for shit situations. If you've been to Disney World, they've got the fast pass to get on the rides so that everybody else is waiting in line over here and you get to zoom right in and go again. But welcome to yours. Gather your tired ass up and handle it. Once we just kind of make peace with the situation for what it is and look at what do I need to do? What steps do I need to take? What is the first step that I need to take? What is the priority? And once you start moving in the direction of a solution, you're already cutting short the amount of time that you have to deal with the situation. The longer you sit and stare at it and don't like it and get angry about it, get upset about it, get in your emotions about it, the longer it's going to last. When you can accept it, this is what it is, and then start looking at how do I get past it, and expect that on the other side will be something beautiful. Let that be your motivation, knowing that, okay, these things need done. When this is done, I won't have to deal with that. When this is done, that part of it will be over. Once this comes through, that part will be okay. Each step of the way, you're taking pressure off. You're making progress. You're shortening the length of the situation. And trust that as long as you gather your tired ass up and handle it, you're going to get through the other side and it's going to be rewarding. Just don't give up. Don't give in to that victim mindset. You are not a victim. You have everything within you to handle the situation, turn it in your favor, and make it a celebration of your strength and your ability to overcome. So, if you're going through some tough shit, I feel for you. Truly I do. And I know exactly what that's like. And I also know that the majority of the tough shit we go through ends up being a blessing on the other side. So stick with it, believe in you, rest when you're tired, just don't give up. So, I hope this helps. Thank you for joining me today, and I will talk to you soon.